In a world of glitz and glam, flashing lights and screaming fans, most people are unaware of the war that rages behind the scenes. And that war includes your favorite artist and your favorite songs. This is The Dark Side of Songwriting. Hosted by Nayim Edwards.
Welcome to the Dark Side of Songwriting Special Edition. My name is Nayim Edwards. I'm your host, and today, Virginia rapper OTG Shawn murdered outside of his high school graduation ceremony. The other person that got murdered at this ceremony was his father, unfortunately. Now, I'm riding down the street, not too far away from where this, all jumped off. And this was before everybody around the world got the news, right? I get a ping notification that said, shots fired and stuff like that. And in Virginia, let's just be for real. Like, I'm from Portsmouth, Virginia. This isn't an uncommon thing, If you don't get no call within 15, 20, 30 minutes, that means ain't nobody got hit. Ain't nobody, and if it's been an hour or so, because word travel fast around these parts, If it's been an hour and ain't nobody said nothing, that means ain't nobody knew what was going on. That was until I called my girlfriend, and she's like completely distraught. I've never heard her this down. She just tore completely up. And that's when I found out it was a high school shooting. Like, this was a graduation ceremony where children were running for their lives. From what we understand, it's crazy because they told us that a mass shooting was people going somewhere where there was a crowd of people and shooting indiscriminately. Now, the technical definition of a mass shooting is if 4 or more people getting hit and getting hurt by gunfire at one time in one place by one person with a gun. So that's what a mass shooting is. Even though OTG Shawn, absolutely a targeted hit. There's no way that this was not a targeted hit, and I'm going to tell you why. Because OTG Shawn, in his lyrics, in his captions, all over the internet, all in the street, just taunting enemies, saying anything, telling people how niggas ain't gonna kill them. Niggas is really fanned out, they not ops. He said that. You niggas is fanned out, you're not ops. I got some shit. Let's read some of this shit that was coming out of his mouth. We're gonna deal with the mayor and all of that shit after this. But I want you to hear this. Send the right guy that's on my mama, he won't make it back. This is a message to karma. I know your ass coming. I'm getting prepared for your ass. If a nigga gets smoked, I might gotta pay up. I know he be toting that gun. I'ma still try him. I hit 15 out this AP. I'm still firing. No granny ain't feeling this life I'm living. No Ron ain't feeling this life I'm living. And to my knowledge, Ron was his uncle that had passed away. Now, you heard what I just said. That's not even all of it. This was a rapper. Like, keep in mind, this was a rapper. This was not no... I was on the phone with Theo. Before I even thought about even getting on camera and saying anything about this, I was on the phone with Theo and I was telling him about all the shit that people were saying and all the street gossip, all the street chatter that was going on surrounding this event. Because again, word travels fast around here. It ain't really, a motherfucker from out of town will know what the hell going on by the end of the night. My first question would be, did his family know who this was? And maybe I need to explain what I'm asking. How much about his life did his family know about? Because when I go on your social media and I see you around and I see all of this and I see what you're doing and I see how you acting, For you to be in high school, not that it matters about your age, because once you pick which way you're gonna go in life, that's which way you're gonna go. It doesn't really fucking matter how old you are if you decide you want to walk down that lane. My first question is, how much about his life did his family know about? Because for your opposition to say, I don't give a fuck about nothing but getting you. Virginia is one of those places, niggas don't care about anything. And I'm telling you right now, if you're an innocent bystander, your life don't matter to nobody if you standing around and standing in the way of somebody they trying to get to. See, Shawn had enemies, real enemies that said, I know where this nigga is going to be. He gonna have his fucking guard down. This is my only chance to get this nigga. And it was 2 people who pulled up to the theater and wet that shit up. They said that Shawn got hit by his family's car. See, you can get on this bitch and you can play. You can get on this bitch and you can think shit sweet. You can get in your songs and these niggas is, y'all niggas ain't gangsters. Y'all is pallbearers. That's like one of my favorite lines that I've heard somebody say before. But you can get online playing and you can get out here and you can think that shit is a game, but just letting you know that people is not playing with you. And that goes for the innocent bystander too. Because see, you think because you didn't do nothing, and you think because, oh, I don't have no smoke, I don't have no beef, but you cheering on a nigga who got beef. I don't give a fuck if a nigga is 16 or 17 or 18 or 19 years old. People stand around and condoning this shit, and then you hear motherfuckers chattering, talking about raise your kids better and do better about that. We're going to talk about it all. Just hold tight. But you as an innocent bystander standing around somebody who has issues, not knowing that we're really in a place where niggas don't give a fuck who around. If I got to get you here, I got to get you here. Because see Shawn's gone and his father's gone. Legend. And you want to know why it's legend? It's because everybody's going to remember what the fuck happened to them the day of their graduation. We're all standing out. You know how you graduate? You're standing outside, you're finding your family and all that shit. You just standing out there minding your business, innocent bystander, enjoying the shit. Because I can't say I don't know how much his family knew, because he said he know his grandmother didn't approve of what he was doing. So that lets me know that your family know what type of person you was. So your family condoned it and thought it was okay. Because if they thought, like, be for real, be fucking for real. If your family didn't think that the shit was okay, they wouldn't have showed up at that fucking graduation knowing that people wanted to kill him. They wouldn't have showed up. Why the fuck am I going to go somewhere and people are trying to kill you and they going to know exactly where the fuck you are? But motherfuckers wears this shit as a badge of honor. Because you think because you're an innocent bystander and you cheer them on and you like them and you like the comments and you like the songs and yeah, I'm rooting for you and we love this shit. We wear this shit. This is our shit. But how much do you love it when the Black Poe put a video up and he said that in our culture, graduating from high school is like, it's a big thing, and it is. Because it is that first major adult accomplishment. Like, you might not go to college, but graduating from high school is, that's the holy grail for us. You an innocent person, you walk through high school, because all the motherfuckers in that school knew who the fuck he was. You knew what this nigga didn't come to school and shut up about nothing. You didn't come to school trying to hide who the fuck he was. He wasn't outside trying to hide who the fuck he was. He wanted everybody to know who the fuck he was. He was to be fucking feared. He was young, but he was fucking ready. He wanted you to know that about him. So everybody in that, I'm not buying that these motherfucking children didn't know who the fuck this was. You thought it was okay to stand by somebody who had active beef. Nobody randomly, why the fuck would they randomly target him? Oh, you just a random, he's not a random target. You stood by him and now you running for your fucking life hoping you make it out. Shoe all broke, ankle twisted, 10 people injured. Several people say, said 7 other people, I said several, 7 other people shot. This is what you gonna remember for your graduation, because you thought it was okay to enjoy shit like that around you in your life. Any type of proximity is dangerous. Like I said, Phil said if a nigga was like that, I wouldn't stand beside that nigga. Because what you need to understand is that when you stand beside people, you got to be prepared for whatever come with them. If you stand beside a nigga and it's all hoes coming over there, you need to be prepared for hoes. If you stand beside a nigga and it's all beef, you need to be prepared to put on the goddamn grill. Otherwise, you wouldn't be standing over there. You wouldn't want nothing to do with that. You wouldn't have nothing to do with that. Now, I want to deal with the people talking about people need to raise their kids, but I hate when people say that. You want to know why I hate when people say that? It's because there is absolutely no guarantee about how people are going to turn out with parenting. That's number one. There's no 100% guarantees. You know, you can train up a child away and you will hope that they don't depart from that. But the truth is, a lot of us drift and depart from shit. You just hope that I left breadcrumbs and clues for you to get back to stable ground if you ever do decide to stray. This is my thing about yapping about raising people better. You can do every fucking thing right and people will still make their own fucking choices. At what part of raising a person do you say, I need to know who my child is around at school? Because how many times have anybody that have a child in that school been up to that fucking school? And not just been up to that school to pick them up or a PTA or a function or a sporting event. How many times did you go up there and say, what type of children are in this fucking school? How many times did you look around in the fucking neighborhood to see what type of environment I'm having? Because see, we can talk all this, raise people better and do better shit, but I don't want to hear about nobody raising nobody or trying to do better when you stay in the environment and just hoping for the best. I'm sorry, that don't work. That's not good enough. Staying in the environment that you know is poisonous and toxic for the development of your child is just fucking crazy. Because how the fuck is your parenting style hoping for the best and wagging your finger at other people because other people's children show up to do fucking damage? All of this shit it comes from people being lazy and people whatever. Because I would teach my child, don't even have nothing to do with what's going on over there, but I also wouldn't have my fucking kid over there. But also, we can't, no matter what we do, we can't control what allures people fall into. Is my cat scratching at the door? So you scolding and wagging and talking about, I saw a motherfucker say, nobody deserved to die. Let me tell you something. It ain't about what a nigga deserves. It's about what it is. It's about what really happened. It don't matter who deserves what. If you get what you asked for, what are we really mad about? Give a fuck how old a person is. And that's not, there's a family hurting. There are children who are traumatized. There are families that are hurt. Not like being a part of a mass shooting where you just get caught up in somebody else's nonsense. You just happen to be there. It's supposed to be the best day of your life. You don't know if your children was one of the people hit. You don't know who out there was whatever. Like I put the video up. You can look. We don't have no control over the environment. We don't have no control over anything but ourselves. I always say that. Another thing is like I see so much chatter about doing better and doing all of this, but all it is chatter. Can you imagine if you were forced to be penalized for what you liked in real life? Not superficial bullshit. I'm talking about if you enjoyed OTG Shawn's music, you enjoyed OTG Shawn's antics, lifestyle, whatever he was doing, you actively enjoyed that. If you had to pay a consequence or suffer a consequence for the things that you have enjoyed. Would you still like the same type of shit that you like? Would you still engage in the same type of shit? Do you think any of those children out there who just thought Shawn was so cool and Shawn was so this and Shawn, oh, we love Shawn, oh, you fucked the city up with this one, bro, this John hurt me, bro, this hurt me, beat the D, you cut me, why you leave me? If motherfuckers had to pay that penalty when they immediately started liking, because they're paying the penalty for liking that, you thought it was okay for this motherfucker to be around and put us all in danger? You suffer the consequence at your graduation. Ain't nobody tell on him. Ain't nobody report him. These are children and all this. Cut that shit out. Cut it out. Cut it the fuck out. Doesn't matter how old they are. You subscribe to a fucking lifestyle. And you get the fruit of the seed that you plant. You plant gangster seed, you get gangster fruit. I don't understand what people don't understand about that. If you don't want to be wrapped up in it, you wouldn't be nowhere fucking near it. If you didn't want your children around it, you wouldn't have your fucking kid around it. We stop making fucking excuses. And for that fucking Mayor Stoney, I've been looking for an excuse to say something to him for a minute. I do not fuck with this guy. Because he's the bussy boy for the Democratic Party. You know police walk around this bitch harassing rappers, beating rappers up, taking shit, illegally arresting motherfuckers, putting motherfuckers in handcuffs to run their IDs and all type of shit. Mayor Stoney don't never say nothing about that. Mayor Stoney don't say nothing about the homelessness problem in his fucking city. But you want to wag your motherfucking finger at us. It's nothing sacred. Nigga, ain't nothing sacred out this bitch. Nigga, please. What's sacred out here? When we got people like you who sell us out to the fucking president and all these other motherfuckers, you trying to keep them happy. Your city is running a fucking muck. You got the highest fucking eviction rate. The worst fucking education system in the whole fucking Commonwealth. But you want to ask us, is anything sacred? Nigga, what the fuck is sacred about anything you do? But you keep giving hoes food stamps and you keep fucking letting children run wild and letting people, ain't no fucking consequence for nothing. Because nobody respects anything but the fucking consequence. Because the consequence is the harsher the consequence is going to determine if a motherfucker actually, because my thing is if you keep going back, you love it. And I'm talking about going back to doing the same thing after niggas have put that consequence shit down on you. I don't give a fuck about Mayor Stoney or anything he got to motherfucking say or anybody that fucking fuck with him. Because he's fucking trash. His city has fallen apart and it's because of him. Shit like this happens is because he lies and he doesn't do anything that he's supposed to do. That you fucking control this place. It's nothing secret. All that fucking lip shit. I can't stand niggas like him. Like, I really don't. I really do not fuck with it. But to wrap up what I'm talking about with this rapper, is just like, niggas, hey, this the only time a nigga got to get you, nigga, fuck it. And it might not be what you want to hear. It might not be what you like. But that's just the truth of what we are. We're in very interesting times. My mother said that a 14-year-old would shoot you first and not even ask no questions after that shit. And that shit real. A 14-year-old will really give you that motherfucking work. And that will be it. And in Virginia, children are crazy in Virginia. These kids are out of control. And I say kids, it's like 11-year-old shit. We just had the 6. I'm still trying to put the shit together for the 6-year-old who shot the teacher. So we got people as young as 4, from 4 to like 19, just murderers, just shoot, just going the fuck crazy. And it's just a reflection of where we are in society and where the environment is at, because we think it's okay. We don't give a fuck about this shit no more than we give a fuck about anything. Like I said out here, bro, if you don't get no text directly saying anything happened to you in 30 minutes, or happened to somebody you know in 30 minutes, nigga, you going about your motherfucking day. This is a regular part of life out this bitch. But that's how it is everywhere. Because we have been desensitized and we think that this shit is okay. This just a story to a lot of niggas got to really walk around terrified at the grocery store that you might be murdered trying to pick out what grapes you want. Picking up some strawberries. Your mama getting pie crust. Or something crazy like this is the times that we live in. So when we have motherfuckers glorifying and taunting death and rapping about death and chasing that death shit, how bad do we supposed to feel? I'm just want to know how bad we supposed to feel. I feel bad for those children who was out there. I feel bad for the families that was out there. I feel bad for a lot of those people because it's just like being an innocent bystander somehow is synonymous with being dumb as a bitch. Because a lot of people, again, they think because you innocent, ain't shit you supposed to go about your... Let me get the fuck out of here. Y'all niggas ain't hearing me. It's just sad, man. It's fucked up. This is what we live at. Shout out to Xavier Landon. He hit me up and asked if it was real. It's real as a shit. Real as hell. We at war. Dark side.